Morning. We are live. We're live on LinkedIn.
And on
We're
YouTube.
live on LinkedIn. Please do not swear. Please do
Are we live
swear.
on YouTube as well?
We are. Yes, we're live on YouTube and LinkedIn.
Yeah. Before we start, I'd like to, address the elephant in the room from last week.
Okay.
I purposely did not let you on the door. You put a post out saying there's no WTF last week because I'd pushed you into the sea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It made me chuckle at the comments. I was like, yeah.
Yes. If anyone saw the post last week, Michelle did not actually push me off the door and leave me to drown in the ocean. I was because I was writing the post going, no, there's no WTF tomorrow, and I was like, this is boring.
That's boring.
That's boring.
How can we make it dramatic?
How can we make it more fun? And I was like, but I was also like, but how do I make it so that it's obviously a joke? And I thought, so we'll have to use the plot of a very well-known film. And everyone's seen Titanic.
Yeah.
And yes, we did have a little chuckle.
No, it made me properly giggle. So yes, thank you, because we went to help a friend move in London. So
you did.
Tiring.
A very, very busy weekend.
Yeah, tiring weekend, and yeah, but she's moved and she's fine, and that's okay. And we're all a bit broken this week, but it'll be grand. So yes, that's why we didn't have one last week. And bizarrely, we had so many WTF moments last week that I was going to use.
Yeah, it was a busy week last week.
All of mine are from this week, and it didn't seem as busy, which I think is probably interesting.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff.
Well, the world is turning.
Stuff went down. Yeah.
So before we start, should we do a quick WTF weather this Friday for those who celebrate it?
Yes. And Michelle, are you going to actually consult the weather forecast online?
Of course. Why would I not be accurate with my weather in the northeast? So currently it is 13 degrees, cloudy, but there's supposed to be some sunshine, but there's absolutely no room in the clouds for any sunshine. Look, I looked out the window. We're going to have highs of 14 and some drizzle and a moderate breeze later on today, with lows of 4 degrees tonight. So yeah, the heating on.
Oh, I'm still holding off. There's definitely been a few days in this last week where I'm like, oh, it's a bit chilly in here. Let's put an extra jump on.
You're sitting with the cardigan on, and I've got thermal leggings and the heating on. So
yes, it's fine now. But yeah, I think in the evening it gets like a little bit. Once the sun goes down, the living room gets a little bit nippy. But the Oodies come out, so and even in that I go, oh, it's actually a bit hot. So I think ours is pretty much the same. Yeah, I think we've got like 14 or something. It's the thing is though, it says 14, 15, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels more like 10. It's so cold out there.
Yeah.
Like the gloves are coming out on the dog walks. And yeah, like you, a bit of drizzle. I'm praying it doesn't rain this evening though, because I'm going out, I'm curling my hair, and if there's any moisture in the air, then 2 minutes down the road and it will all just fall out. Doesn't matter how much crap I put in it. So yeah, I'm just praying that it's not raining this evening.
Have you consulted? Should I consult the weather?
No, I did have a look, and it says like it says like maybe a sprinkling. But yeah, fingers crossed. So that is the weather this Friday.
It's going to be windy though, so put as much hairspray in as you can.
Yeah.
It's really windy. You've got gusty wind. We've just got a moderate breeze. You've got gusts.
Yes, we are gusty. I think it's just living on the coast.
Yeah,
we just get like big gusty winds.
So if this is your first time.
Oh yes, if this is your first time, welcome to WTF Women Talking Facts. If this is your first time, this is a weekly live where Michelle and I will bring to all of you some examples that we find across the web of people being really misogynistic and just kind of arseholes. And we share the examples and we talk about why we don't like them, why they are horrible, and those people should get in the bin. And we've been doing it. I think we've missed our anniversary, by the way. We've been doing it, I think, just over a year. And very recently started going live on YouTube as well. We get like no views because we don't promote it or anything over there. We just randomly pop up.
We don't tell anyone because
we don't
that's
tell anyone.
how we attract dickheads as well.
Yes. If you want to engage, if you have thoughts about any of the examples that we share, then please feel free to leave a comment. The only thing I just want to remind you of is that the comments are public. This isn't a closed space. If you want to share stuff that's a bit more unhinged than you think LinkedIn would allow, feel free to drop off LinkedIn, go to YouTube, go to the Loud Women Club, and you can find us live over there. And obviously you can say whatever the fuck you want over there. As always, like trigger warnings galore, all of them, because that's the kind of stuff we talk about. So be prepared for anything, and a just fuck ton of swearing as well, mostly from me.
Is that a yeah, it's an imperial measure.
Yeah, it's more than a shit ton. It's a fuck ton of swearing, mostly from me, because Michelle doesn't swear as much as I do. I have a regular potty mouth.
Yep.
But also, like, fuck this shit. It deserves, it needs swearing. Morning, Belinda. So yeah, say hello, and comment, and let us know what you think of what we come up. When we go through the examples, we do try and find, sometimes we're not successful, but we do try and finish this off with a couple of FAFOs. So people who have got their comeuppance or some kind of karma has come around and bitten them in the ass. Do you have the t-shirt? So the t-shirt, obviously, because it's Halloween today as well, it says they can't burn us all. And they've got a bunch of women, witches. Love this t-shirt. Is it an imperial measure? Yes, it is. Yes.
The amount of swearing involved, it's fine.
Yes. I'm Felice, founder of Loud Women. So I exist to elevate women's voices, to make them feel seen and heard, to dismantle the patriarchal systems that tells women to stay quiet and not advocate for themselves and not go after their goals, and not swear, all of the things, so that women can show up authentically, build their business, build their profile, and hopefully make a shit ton of money.
Fuck ton of money.
Yeah, I shared a post this week saying that it's not that we don't need more billionaires, it's that we don't need more male billionaires. I'm here for the women building wealth, because women do really fucking good things when they have money and power. And not all of them, but generally speaking, I'm here for the female billionaires.
Yep.
That's me.
Are you going to tell anybody about the very exciting thing that's happening next week?
Oh yeah, my book's coming out next week.
It's like, and did we forget something?
Yes, my book is coming out next week. The 6 Dickheads You Meet Online, and it is it's part commentary on the rise of misogyny online and the shit that women have to deal with just by being fucking visible, and part how-to manual if you decide, rather than just block and move on, you want to be an absolute fucking menace to them when they show up in your comments or in the comments of other women's posts. I do like to troll the internet looking for people that are being dickheads to other women, and give them a piece of my mind and make them cry back to their mother's basement. So yeah, that's out on Wednesday. So you can pre-order the ebook. There's a paperback as well that's coming out, which you can buy on Wednesday, both on Amazon. And I think I'm going to have a direct link to buy from me as well at some point in the future. But it is a hassle on the paperback. But yeah.
It is a pain in the butt because you have to do the whole shipping thing.
Yes.
This is exciting. So yes, my name is Michelle Minikin. I am an organizational psychologist, coach, and author of the book Good Girl Deprogramming, which looks at all of the ways that society keeps women and girls behaving through the use of various tools of coercive control. So yes, I literally exist to help women take off all of the masks of nonsense that the patriarchy have given us and be the youest, the themest them that they can be. So come back to themselves. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Then there's no doubt we kind of
I mean there's no
attracted like magnets when we met each other on the internet randomly.
Yeah. No one's watching this and going, oh, that seems like a weird pairing.
No.
How did you guys like connect and go, that's why, that's how. I don't even remember how exactly we connected, like the first time that we met each other or spoke or decided to jump on a call. But needless to say, it's been an absolute joy ever since. I think obviously we have this in common, but we're also massive fucking Swifties. We're both insomniacs and we like to send each other Instagram reels and TikToks at 3 o'clock in the morning. So yes, we've very much found our people in each other, which I love.
I know, but we couldn't be any further away really from each other unless you were in Cornwall and I was in Berwick. So literally,
yes. Yeah, we're so far away from each other.
But we have met in real life.
Yes. I went to stay with Michelle a couple of weeks ago, stayed for the weekend, and we were both very sad when I had to leave. She had to go back to living with boys. No girls in the house.
There's girls in the garden though with the 2 rabbits, but yeah.
Yes, you do have the rabbits. Yeah. Right, let's get into it then.
Yes.
Yeah, where are we starting? Do you know what? Let's start with gyms. Yeah. Tell us about this one, Michelle.
So we have mentioned gyms on
we have
on this program, this thing, a number of times. So gyms is basically it's a group of humans that advocate for convicted rapists who basically say they're not rapists, feminism's the problem, and they're kind of rape apologists. I think they did have a LinkedIn presence at one point, but I think that has now gone, thanks in no small effort to Felice. But yes, so effectively they rocked up to the business the business sociology psychology department of Abertay University to talk about how 40 students in the business law and social science on Tuesday after being invited by Stuart Wayton, a criminology lecturer at the institution. So given what we know about the statistics for rape convictions, that 99% of them are just living their lives and no my words have gone this morning, Felice. No consequences. And given this, they were talking about how all of these women are crying wolf and they've all made them up and all of that, when we both know that as a man you're more likely to be raped by another man than you are of being falsely accused of being raped by a woman.
230 times, in fact, 230 times more likely to be raped as a man than to be falsely accused.
Yeah.
So not a little bit.
No. Jamelia Jamil basically did I think I probably sent you this, did a real Instagram this last week, basically saying, so like a third of women are going to be sexually assaulted, raped, whatever, in their lifetimes. And so he was like, that's 1 billion women. 1 billion women. Who are raping these women? Because you're more likely to be sexually assaulted by somebody you know. It's not just, a small handful of bad guys going around targeting, 1 million women each. It'll be 1 billion men. But yes, of course, this is the women are the problem.
Yeah. And I think so with this group, like, am I going to sit here and say that there is not a single man in prison right now who is innocent of this crime? Of course not. As in any crime, there will be people in prison that are there and were convicted who are innocent.
Yep.
Like absolutely 100%, I'm sure there are. And those cases absolutely should be dealt with and campaigned for on an individual case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
That's why the Innocent Project exists. You know, there are
Yeah.
organizations that exist to review cases and push for you know, for cases to be reopened. Now, these guys, their whole thing is that there is a problem with the law. They're saying that the way cases are tried, what can and can't be put into evidence needs changing. And again, even that in itself, campaign for that. Like, don't have a problem with them campaigning. If the law is broken, campaign, get it changed. But what they're doing is advocating for any convicted rapist who comes to them and says, I'm innocent. And then they are disparaging the victims, naming and disparaging the victims online, calling them liars, saying that they are not playing, you know, they're not they don't look like a victim to me. So we think that they are lying. You know, obviously Ellie is the most prominent one because she already has a big following. So she talks about them quite a bit. They've called her disgusting because she shares photos of herself online, and they're like, well, if she was raped, she wouldn't be online sharing photos of herself. And so this is what they're doing. They're attacking victims, and they are claiming the innocence of men that they just don't know. And of course, it's no shocker that the women that started this group all have partners who are in jail for sexual assault. One was found guilty of assaulting 4 women and a child. Now, one, you know, I generally don't believe that we are in a place where a man is being wrongly convicted when there are 4 adult women victims and a child coming forward. It's not a conspiracy.
Yeah, and knowing what we know,
that
you know what a third, less than a third of women actually even go to the police about things. There will be more victims of this man.
Yeah, and this is what they got on the stage and said in this talk. They talk about how the courts and the conviction of men for rape is the feminist agenda trying to break up families and reduce the birth rate. Like, there's videos of them on social media saying this to camera. Like, it is insane. Now, I think these women are probably the victims as much as anything, and this is very much misdirected energy. But you cannot say anything against them, or you know, they will come back with, you know, viciousness. So they were on LinkedIn. They are still on LinkedIn.
Oh,
but what they did is they set up gyms as a individual profile. Like, I have one and you have one, which obviously allows you to connect with a bunch of people, so you can be really proactive about building your network, when they should have been set up as a community page or business page, which obviously you can get followers, but you can't message people, you can't send connection requests to a business page. So I reported their page a few times to LinkedIn. It went down and came back up, went down and came back up, and obviously just kept reporting it. And in the end, they took it down and set up a business page. And I'm just like, you know, be there, but follow the rules. We've all got to follow the fucking rules on LinkedIn. But yeah, so we did get their individual page taken down, but then they reset up as a business page. But that obviously is restricted in terms of how far they can spread their message, because they can't be getting into people's inboxes and stuff anymore. But yeah, there's no way that a university should be hosting that kind of group.
No, given what we know about the university rape statistics.
Yeah, absolutely should not have that should not be acceptable because they carry extreme views.
And it's like the speaker session was linked to a criminology module where students are required to critically explore criminal justice systems. So in that same breath, why aren't flat earthers being invited to, like, you know, rocket science lectures?
Yeah. Yeah, it's and this group, there's clear evidence that they go after victims. This isn't just like a rumor, and I just think this isn't, again, if all they did was talk about this particular aspect of the law and campaign for it, I wouldn't have a problem with them doing that at all. I believe that people should have access to fair trials, and if there is something about the way the courts are handling things that means that they're not getting a fair trial, and because again, I don't want people getting convicted and then people going, oh well, they're innocent because the law's broken. Fix the law so then when you do get a conviction, no one can complain about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that really pissed me off when I saw that.
Yeah.
And it's alarming because it's a sign that they're gathering momentum.
It's mainstream rather than just like a fringe group of lunatics. It's now been given legitimacy.
Yeah. And I think
institutions,
with the tiny number of victims that actually get justice, we shouldn't be going after victims. It's not okay, especially when they have no information about the case other than what the perpetrators told them.
Yeah,
it's not grounds to re-traumatize victims by calling them liars on social media.
Nope.
Pissed me off, that did.
Me too.
Okay. Next one. Okay. Ugh, I saw this one the other day. I'm just going to let it play through. So a woman shared this. Her and her partner went to see her mother on her birthday, and they did this little video. Watch towards the end when the dad comes into the room.
You're the baker, but anyways, you gotta enjoy stuff too, Like, you can't just bake all the time. Your favorite mommy.
Well, you have to open your present.
We have to have memories. We don't have memories. I hope you like your present. It's simple and heartfelt.
Quiet. Open
Hi,
it.
Daddy.
Open inside.
Wait, turn it.
That's the Grandma died.
Hey, punk.
Oh, Natalie. I know you probably don't like that picture of yourself.
Did you hear that? Happy birthday to who?
But it's a happy picture of you guys.
Oh, I didn't even look at me.
Thanks a lot, people.
So at the end, she was like, "Oh, thanks a lot, people." Fucked this. And things though, there's hundreds and thousands of these kind of videos online. Dad walks in. Whose birthday? His fucking wife. He has lived with for what? How old was that woman? Probably 30, 40 plus years. And then when he realizes that he forgot his wife's birthday, he then is pissed off at his daughter for what? Not telling him, reminding him, and then showing him up because they did remember. And the comments. Ooh, should have reminded him. Men don't care about stuff like this. If she cared about it, she should have said something. She should have communicated better with him. Like anything but call this man out for forgetting his wife's birthday.
No.
And we're at this time of year where Christmas is coming and our feeds will be absolutely littered with women waking up on Christmas Day with empty stockings because their partners either assumed that they would fill it themselves, because who doesn't want to do that?
Fun times.
Or just didn't even occur to them that they fill their wife's stocking, despite the fact that every year they get one, the kids get one.
No, it's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
just the people who like stick up for them as well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, boys will be boys. It's literally that, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, no, boys don't. Yeah, it's like, well, maybe we'll perform an intervention, and when it's the dad's birthday, nobody says a fucking thing. See
Yeah.
how he likes it.
Yeah. But things like it's you know, people could, you know, all these men, all these bloody podcasters that are on there going, oh, you know, women are initiating 70% of divorces. It's shit like this. How hard is it? We all have technology. We all have phones. Guarantee there's probably dates in his annual calendar that he remembers every year.
Oh
to
no,
do with
he'll
his,
be
like,
he'll
sports
be remember when
teams.
he's going to golf or what, you know, what
Yeah, knows
time
when
his
the
football team plays. Yeah.
when the fucking draft is and when all that kind of stuff. He'll know when those things are happening. But the literal birthday of his partner, who has invested time and energy into their relationship, no, that's too much. It's too much to expect men to remember. And then they'll go, oh, men don't care about birthdays. It's not about you, dickhead.
No,
She
it's
obviously
not.
cares about birthdays. Look at her face. Look how happy she was when her daughter showed up. And there's just so many women are living with these men who are just like excused to be completely ineffectual and incompetent when it comes to remembering things like birthdays and anniversaries.
It's like not that difficult. You know, it's not as if
It's
you've got
really
17
not
wives,
difficult.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not in the Ottoman Empire. You've got a harem of
Yeah.
100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you've got one.
Yeah. Also, like if I order one card from Moonpig, they're harassing me like 2 weeks for the whole 2 weeks before the same date the next year. Or
Yeah,
someone's
they do.
birthday's coming up, someone's
Really
special
fucking
day's coming up.
annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got one the other day, said, don't let him down. Don't let, and literally that was the sound. I was like, that's a bit much. It's
That
like,
is a bit
don't let
much.
them down their
Like,
special days. Don't forget them on their special day. But I put a fucking reminder on my phone and I just set the little box that says like repeat every
remind
year.
me. Yeah, repeat
Every
and
year.
remind me 2 days before. Yeah.
Yeah, job done. But yes, I think, and then for him to blame his daughter because now he's going to look bad. And I'm like, you did that to yourself, dude. If you're looking bad now, you did that to yourself.
And I
It's
really
nobody
just
else's
hope
fault.
that was like first thing in the morning and it wasn't like tea time, that she's gone the whole day
Yeah.
with no happy birthdays from
Yeah.
her partner.
And as women, we're told that we're expecting too much and not to complain about it. And yeah, no, that, yeah, no, no. Birthdays for me, birthdays are hoopla. No, I don't get it because I raised my daughter completely by myself. I, for most of my life, have not had a partner on my birthday. So, I'll get like a text from my family, I'll get texts from my family saying happy birthday. And my mum usually sends me a card, and my sisters, we're a bit hit and miss with each other as sisters. Like sometimes you get a card, sometimes you won't.
Yeah, same.
Depends what's going on. But
Four
with
of us.
Lauren, birthdays have always been hoopla. There's always been, she wakes up, there's banners and balloons fucking everywhere. I get her the big number balloons every year. It's just like, she has to take them home and they just get in their way for like 2 weeks until they deflate. But there's hoopla, and she's now in a relationship. And I say to him, like, there better be fucking hoopla. I'm going to keep, if she's going to get hoopla on her birthday, I'm handing the baton to you. Make her feel special. And he does.
Yay!
Yeah.
Don't think you dare not, though. You're very scary to men, apparently.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've heard that. But yeah, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart when I see this just happening over and over again. And it's just so normalized. And it pisses me off. So, yeah. And so even though it's not like, this isn't like groundbreaking news.
It's every day in every
it's all the time, every day. It's insidious. And women are just told to shut up about it. And yeah. So yeah, shit partners can get in the bin.
Yeah. Okay,
where are we going next?
I don't know. I've forgotten what we've got. I'm very very perimenopausal today. Of like literally words not working. So
Oh, okay. I'm sharing my screen for this one.
Okay.
I am not here just by chance. There is a higher power, God, that dictates my journey and all of our journeys. And I live my life by God's word. And since around that time that you mentioned at the last event, I've engaged on a spiritual journey. And I'm saved, I am healed. And you know, on the back of that, the world is in for a treat. The world is in for a treat. My competitive spark that was once in my heart is now a roaring blaze. So I'm very excited. You know, I envy these men up here on this dais. They're right about to make weight, and they're to go in and enjoy and entertain and do what they were called to do. As am I called to do it. And you know, I'm eager to get back. And right now I had to dial myself in and go inward. And that I done. And I'm very, very excited to come back my own self.
Yeah.
For those who didn't know who that was, that's Conor McGregor, you know, the man who raped a woman so badly that he had to get violently, she had to get a tampon surgically removed. Yes. So turns out you can go and find Jesus in a weekend and then be fully healed from all of your bad shit, because that's what Russell Brand did. And this is weaponized religion again. Just wow.
Yeah. Even though he has never publicly apologized and in fact tried to fight the not conviction, because it's the outcome of the libel case. When he was found liable for it, he tried to fight it. He tried to appeal. He tried to destroy her yet again through posts on social media. He threatened to release video footage. He was threatened by the courts with being further prosecuted if he continued to say the things he was saying. He insulted the judge. He insulted the jury in the case, and has not once ever come out publicly and said, "Yeah, I did it." Now I'm pretty sure
Jesus.
Now I'm pretty sure, though, that redemption only comes when you repent
and apologize.
You repent your sins. Yeah, you have to say,
own.
Yeah.
Take responsibility. But no, clearly there's some kind of probably very expensive spiritual retreat you can go on where you can heal in a weekend and now say that you've found God and Jesus and you know,
and not attempt to make any amends or anything, or hold your hands up and take accountability or responsibility for anything you did. You could just go, I found God, and God went, you're cured, mate. Off you go.
He's healed.
He's healed. And he's excited. He's excited to be here.
And now he's got all of this blazing bullshit in his heart now. And he's going to, you know, he's going to come and, you know, gift his gift to the world. Yay. Can't wait.
Yeah. It's funny though, isn't it? It is funny how, like say, these men are found guilty and then all of a sudden they find God. But instead, if it works for Russell Brand, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean he's fully MAGA now, isn't he, Russell Brand? After being all like politically very left and building his brand off being very politically left, he just seems to have fully indoctrinated himself.
When you go to the far right and the far left, it is a circle, and you end up meeting in the middle, don't you? So it's kind of like
yeah. And they're all at it. But yeah, that. And it's the cheers and the whoops of the people listening. Guys, this is
we believe him. We believe him that he's healed and he's all religious and shit now. It's like,
oh yeah, I mean, this our willingness to forgive the very worst men,
but not forgive the very worst women.
It's on our. I think our what's the word?
I don't know.
Our capacity for forgiveness for the very, very worst type of men is incredible when you consider how little we forgive women who are other, like, you know, look at Blake Lively. She was a bit bitchy once in a TV interview, like
That's it.
what, 6 years ago.
Cancelled.
She's fucking cancelled.
Good
She can never do.
thing I like my
My
friends.
friends cancelled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two are still fucking friends, man. I called it right back when people started saying that they weren't hanging out together. I was like, this is a strategic move. They are staying out of the public eye. They have each other's back 100%. And they fucking do. She fucking does. But yes, we're just so ready, aren't we? A man says, I found God and, you know, I'm all healed. And we go, oh, let me suck his dick. Which is exactly how that fucking press conference went.
Yeah,
And things are right. Obviously, I didn't see the whole interview, so I don't know what event they had asked him about. Because he said, since that event that you just asked me about, I was like, is he talking about a sporting event or is he talking about the event?
Relevant. Yeah.
If it's the latter,
whatever. Whatevs.
Well, actually, they probably, because it's his press conference, and they probably wouldn't have been allowed to ask him about that. So it probably is a sporting event they had asked him about. But now everyone apparently everyone loves him because he's found God. Fuck that bitch who we raped. Oh no, who cares about her? We're just so here for the redemption of terrible, terrible men.
And it's you know, if we kind of go to its like core stuff, it's like Jesus walked around in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and that was supposed to be the journey of redemption. And obviously it's like it's not literal. You cannot be redeemed that quickly.
No.
If you believe in that nonsense.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. And there needs to be some level of repentance. I don't think I've seen anything from him. It's just exhausting.
It is. It's just it's we could have a whole I could write a book about religion and power and dominance and control. And it's interesting because we have another one about religion, how men hide behind and use religion as a weapon. Yeah.
And when people talk about, you know, false accusation ruin men's lives, and I go, fucking convictions don't ruin men's lives. Like, this guy's out here, he's still got his career, and because of all this God shit, he's probably going to be forgiven by a lot of fucking people, and he's just going to go on. He's going to continue on probably the same trajectory he was on before all of this happened. Her life has been ruined. She can't go out in public now. She can't post on social media without people attacking her and being fucking dick to her.
Grr.
Yeah. Grr.
And the last one, the funny thing, he was like going to run for president of Southern Ireland. Yes, actually.
Yeah, that seems to have gone very quiet.
Well, Lex, the woman, I can't remember her name, is that amazing woman who is like all about female empowerment, is now the president of Ireland.
Yep. Yeah. Well, you know, Ireland, is it Northern Ireland? It has the worst statistics around
domestic violence.
Yeah. In Europe. Like, it's really bad.
It's a different country.
Yes.
What have we got next? The depths of hell?
Oh, this guy.
Okay, boyfriend. Hey, I'll follow you. I'll follow to your house. I'll follow to your boyfriend's house. Okay, boyfriend. Whatever, bro. Whatever.
We shouldn't be the ones to move.
No,
you're right. You're right.
Nigel, what are you doing, bro? You're I ain't embarrassing no one. I ain't embarrassing no one. I ain't embarrassing no one. You two move then. You two move. Move.
You moved on there.
You two move.
You moved on there.
You two move. I ain't, bro. If you two want to stay here, you stay here.
Shut up. You're
bro, I ain't embarrassing no one. 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 If those two girls want to move, you can go. I ain't gonna fucking stop you.
They don't want to move. They don't want to move.
Elijah, you're raising your
Don't.
voice.
I don't have to tell you my name.
But you're from Swindon.
Yeah, I'm from Swindon. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hopefully you'll see it all in the
I'll
morning.
see you about in the morning. Calm. Bring your boyfriend.
So a little bit of context. This is 27-year-old Elijah. This was obviously the two women that he is shouting at. Started recording at this point because he was getting quite unhinged. Prior to this, he sat down. So these two girls were sat down the train. Him and his friends sat down next to them. He started demanding that these two girls rate their friend group and say who the most attractive was. They ignored him. And so then he started throwing insults at them. And there's another woman sat on her own behind them, trying not to get involved. He drags her into it. She ignores him. And then he starts throwing dried chewing gum, like picking it off the seats and throwing at her. She started crying, and then he started shouting at her even more. These two girls obviously then at that point were like, shut the fuck up. And then he started saying, I'll follow you home and I'll stab you, I'll kill your boyfriend, call your boyfriend. And then continues. And his friends are like
Dude,
I feel like there's some
they tried.
But again, no, not one of them said like, fucking pack it in, this fucking out of order, and like pick him up, like you when he stood up, like you grab him, you take him down the other end of the train, you move him. They're just like, oh mate, oh stop it, oh don't do this, while he's literally saying to these two girls, I'm going to follow you home and kill you. And apparently he did, so it got reported to the police. I think he pled guilty in court and he got like £200 fine.
No consequences.
And nobody else. Nobody else on the train got involved.
No.
And this stuff is just happening more and more now, and so many videos come out on public. This harassment on public transport. I think the sexual assault rates have gone up by 45% on public transport in the last 5 years. And just this kind of screaming and shouting.
Hate it.
Yeah. And then women were like, you come and sat next to us. Why should, he's like, well, you move then if you don't like it. It's just the entitlement to women's attention. It's like, I want your attention. You're not giving it to me. So now I'm going to be a fucking dick and I'm going to threaten to kill you.
And it's scary because we have seen videos of women getting murdered on public transport and nobody does anything about it.
Oh, the video of the woman a couple of months ago. It's so, and everyone just, I'm not even sure if everyone exactly knew what had happened, but they, like, something happened because you could see them all look when he stabbed her, and not a single person intervened, not a single person stepped in. No. And it's just always fucking men. These angry men.
For like no reason. I was like, dude, just. Yeah, but his friends tried. They tried.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, at least they didn't say nothing, but it wasn't very effective.
It was probably like they didn't nip it in the bud when it could have been, and they didn't do anything until it got out of order.
Yeah.
So I would hope my child wouldn't condone.
You hope your child wouldn't be friends with somebody, because I guarantee that's not the first time that he's acted like that.
No.
Okay, so now we have a real treat, don't we? JD Vance has been at it again.
Has to come to their own arrangement here. The way that we've come to our arrangement is she's my best friend. We talk to each other about this stuff. So we decided to raise our kids Christian. Our two oldest kids who go to school, they go to a Christian school. Our 8-year-old did his first communion about a year ago. That's the way that we have come to our arrangement. But thank you. My 8-year-old was also very proud of his first communion. Thank you, guys. I'll tell him that Ole Miss wishes him the best. But I think everybody has to have this own conversation when you're in a marriage. It's true for friends of mine who are in Protestant and Catholic marriages, friends of mine who are in, atheist and Christian marriages. You just got to talk to the only advice I can give is you just got to talk to the person that God has put you with, and you've got to make those decisions as a family unit. For us, it works out. Now, most Sundays, Usha will come with me to church. As I've told her and I've said publicly, and I'll say now in front of 10,000 of my closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way. But if she doesn't, then God says everybody has free will. And so that doesn't cause a problem for me. That's something you work out with your friends, with your family, with the person that you love. Again, one of the most important Christian principles is that you respect free will. Usha's closer to the priests who baptized me than maybe I am. They talk about this stuff. My attitude is you figure this stuff out as a family, and you trust in God to have a plan, and you try to follow it as best as you can. And that's what I try to do.
I don't understand how you can trust God has a plan and God puts you together with somebody and free will. But does it?
Yeah, tell us. There's so much about this clip. I mean, my view is they've been married for quite a long time.
13 years.
Yeah, and if she's not converted yet, she probably isn't
She's
going
not gonna,
to.
No.
She's probably not going to. But also it's there's so much arrogance mixed up in that, isn't it? And the way he talked about her, and the ways, his whole thing is about her coming over to his side, and it's like, would you?
Where's the compromise?
Yeah. Well, the compromise is she's made the compromise. Yeah, she's made all the compromises to agree to having their kids raised as Christian, which is not her religion. But I'm pretty sure if anyone suggested that he convert and he come over to her, to her church, I'm not sure what I've quite just done there. Anyway, yes, that would be unthinkable. Anyone would suggest that.
It's insane. I was just like, her face. Imagine being told that she's deficient in a religion in front of 9,000 people, he said.
Yeah. I was quite carefully watching her face to see if there was any reaction. There wasn't any reaction. But then, of course, when we combine this little revelation with some other clips that we've seen on social media this week of JD Vance being embraced by Charlie Kirk's widow on stage, and her tripping over herself to say what a wonderful man he is. Yeah, we have our suspicions, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Because he's more than just a friend to her. So. Yeah,
it definitely feels like. I mean, this is a total conspiracy theory, but
yes, it is.
It's not just ours.
We're going to get into it now. Yes, clearly we are getting into it.
Other people have shared this theory too. Is that this is laying the groundwork for him at some point gaining sympathy for leaving his wife, who refuses to become Christian. Right now, it's like, I hope that she comes across. I hope that she comes over to my side. At some point in the future, I feel like this is going to start to be a bit of a problem. Then he'll leave her, get together with Charlie Kirk's widow, which everyone will say, "Oh my God, like you finally found your Christian bride." Yeah, that's what I think.
No. It feels very calculating.
Yeah, it's whatever was going on stage with those two, it just felt weird. It looked weird, it felt weird. The things they were saying, the way they held each other, she had her hand up in his hair and stuff. It's just something weird about the whole thing. So we shall see.
US administration, though, isn't it? It's just weird. The whole lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have one? We have one. Yes, we have one more.
Yeah.
One more. This short one.
Women that don't want kids.
Red flag.
Red flag? What do you think that stems from?
Childhood, the relationship with a father is vital. That's how a woman presents herself to men. So if that hasn't been positive and it has been turbulent, a woman could find having a family challenging.
That's it.
Can I just one thing?
Yeah. Just men with microphones need to just stop. They need to stop talking about this shit. There is nothing inherently weird, wrong, disturbing about a woman who decides that she does not want to have a fucking baby.
No.
It pisses me off because they're like, oh, it's so unnatural. There must be something wrong with the women. You know, she must be damaged by her father, but it's still her fault, not his fault.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, it's got to be mental health or she needs therapy. And also this, like, how, you know, her relationship with her father is how she presents herself to men. We're not presenting ourselves to men. It's
just not what we're here for.
All of it.
We're whole human beings that we can do what the fuck we want. Surely.
Yeah, not everybody wants to have children. But what fucks me off is that we never said this about men.
No,
I said like the rhetoric throughout all of my teens and early adult life is that men don't want to settle down, men don't want to get married, men don't want to have babies. How many movies and TV shows are there where the storyline is
them?
Yeah, the woman somehow traps the man, you know, or manipulates him into marrying her because men inherently don't want to get married and have babies. They don't want to settle down. You know, or the woman is just like, she's so amazing that she turns this previous bachelor into the guy that suddenly wants to get married.
That super vet dude that was like, I'm now in my 50s and now I want
somebody
to have babies with.
Yeah, he's like, I'm finally ready to have a baby.
Yeah, Milo agrees. Nonsense.
Yes. Yeah, and men that don't have children, no one says a fucking word. There's so many of them, men into their 40s, 50s, 60s now who have never had children. And no one gives a fuck.
You do you.
You do you. You know, and the other men, it's like, you know, it's okay for men to complain about the fact that they've had kids and be like, oh God, you know, kids are like fucking hard work. And, you know, women are hard work and they abandon their families and go off with somebody, you know, 20 years younger so they could be all like young again. But a woman, oh my God, every single woman has to want to procreate and reproduce. Otherwise,
but then when they do, they're going to get judged and criticized for how they do it and whether they go back to work. It's like literally,
and who they're
going to
get
judged.
And
you're going to get judged. Do what you want, because you might as well get judged for doing what you want than get judged for doing what society tells you to do.
Yeah, and I would say becoming a mother is far less attractive than becoming a father. Like, there's so many benefits to becoming a father.
Yeah, you get paid more.
That mothers don't get. And so I would say, in the grand scheme of things, it's far less attractive for a woman. A woman has to really fucking think about whether she wants to become a mother because of the impact. And then we go, but that's fucking weird. Why wouldn't you want to? And you go, it's okay, but it's okay if men don't. I go, fucking leave women alone. Leave them alone. Let them make their own decision. Let them have free will. Let them decide what they want to do with their lives, and just leave them the fuck alone. If they don't want kids, it's not because of mental illness.
Yeah. So we sing the song. Stop giving men microphones.
No one cares what you think in your basement alone.
Yeah.
I need to find the video again. I've lost it somewhere on my desktop. So yes, that's it for our misogyny moments from the week. We do have a FAFO.
It looks like we've got a couple of FAFOs.
We do, but I think one of them we decided maybe not to share.
No, okay.
So I don't know if you guys remember this guy.
Yes, dickhead.
Yeah. So he's a Dutch volleyballer, and was it last year or the year before the Olympics? He represented his country at the Olympics, and there was a bit of an uproar, and there was a massive fucking petition was signed and circulated. I think got like 90,000 signatures because he was convicted of sexually assaulting a 12-year-old girl. And quite a few of us didn't think that he
He
was
should have been allowed to represent his country at the Olympics.
No. And so this year recently he was meant to be playing volleyball in Australia as part of their World Championships, and Australia went, no, fuck off.
And then they don't allow, but I find it rather ironic that we sent. Yeah, it's like, but no, you can't. You if you've got a criminal conviction, you can't have a visa to go to Australia, which is great.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, they do sometimes make exceptions for things like this.
Yeah, like Donald Trump, maybe, but yes,
yeah. But specifically, South Australia's Attorney General wrote to the federal government and said, you guys need to reject this guy. We don't want somebody who's been convicted of raping a literal child coming into the country. And so he was denied. He was denied.
So they've also restricted like donations to political parties as well. So Australia are doing some really interesting things at the moment. They're seeing what's going on in the UK, the US, and preventing stuff. So I'm finding it very interesting.
It's good though, because they do have quite an issue with domestic violence and abuse. They do. Violence against women and girls. Some categories they're doing very well on, but I think domestic violence is pretty bad. Yeah. But yes, I was pleased to see he was denied.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying people that are convicted, you know, and do the time
have spent convictions.
I'm not saying
face the consequences. No.
They should never ever be allowed to get on with their lives, but I just don't think they should be representing their country like this. I do think that is a privilege, and I don't think that people who have those kind of convictions should be being put in positions like this.
No, but yeah, as you've seen from the rest of the examples today.
Yeah. I think there should be some kind of lifetime consequence, because there is for the victims. There is a lifetime consequence for the victims.
Yeah.
And I think on things like this, as you know, as countries, we have to think about who
collectively decide.
Who are we putting forward for these things? And even though, you know, and the gold medals that they may win are not worth you basically supporting the career of somebody who's done this.
No.
You're basically saying, well, you know what, it's okay. We're going to let that go. We're not going to talk about that because he's a good athlete. Because that's narratives in it, is that men don't get punished.
But we've seen that though. We've talked about, you know, we're not gonna punish this guy because he's doing a medical degree, and that would, you know, it would ruin his career. But and he's now the female doctor, it wouldn't have ruined her career.
We talked about that, didn't we? And he's been let back on the course now.
Yeah, with her.
Oh, but anyway, so it wasn't like the best, most brilliant FAFO, but at least it was something.
Yeah, we were going to talk about Prince Andrew, but actually Andrew.
Yes, but Andrew,
he hasn't had his consequences, because if he did have his consequences, he would be in jail instead of being stripped and then housed elsewhere.
It's interesting, isn't it, how in all of this, the Epstein files, the convictions, the court, the accusations, that currently the only person serving any prison time for any of this is a woman. A woman who absolutely deserves to be in prison.
1000%.
It's just interesting that the only person who's actually facing any consequences right now is the woman that was involved.
But she has gone from like a top security prison to what they call Club Fed, a very low. Yeah, it's a privileged prison for privileged convictees. That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Release the files. Release the files.
Oh no.
Yeah, I suspect, because I don't think they would do that. I don't think they've done it just to kowtow to public pressure. I think they know there's
What's
something
coming.
in those bars.
Well, yeah, because the Virginia Gouper book came out last week as well.
Yeah.
Nobody's Child, and I can't. I might buy it, but
Yeah,
I don't think I can read it.
No, I don't think I can either.
But I think
But even that, like that book's come out, and people
Okay.
obviously are talking about the fact that she's talking about it, and there are so many people saying she loved that life. She was being flown around everywhere and treated like royalty. She was a willing participant. And he goes, she was 17 years old. She was 17 years old. And I also, this idea that these very powerful, very rich men who pay a shit ton of fucking money to people whose literal job it is to protect them, their interests, their reputation, avoid them having to pay out to women that they do horrible things to. The fact that these men wouldn't have questioned attending an event and having a 17-year-old girl served
younger.
up to them, and younger, that they wouldn't have questioned where those girls were coming from, to me is fucking ludicrous. And you can't convict somebody of trafficking
when there's no traffickers. Yes.
Yeah. These girls were trafficked to people, and those, this idea that they weren't aware that she was being trafficked. Fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking. I do not believe it for a second.
No.
That she willingly put herself through everything that she's talked about in the book, and the behavior and the abuse and the violence, for what? A few private jet rides and fancy hotels. Make it make sense, Michelle, but that's the reality that people are more willing to believe. That she did it willingly, she loved it, she loved the attention, and she just liked being flown around to all these places over these grown adult men who were rich and powerful, knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah. And Andrew, no longer a prince, sent the Met Police after her.
Yes.
To get some dirt. So, yay.
Yeah. Ugh. I mean, why do that if he didn't have anything
innocent? I think we paid it $12 million as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so it's all. I think it feels like something's coming. Something's coming out, and it needs to, because there's people are all wrapped up in this stuff. All this all the stuff around the Diddy trial. We were promised names. We were promised all these big names that were going to come out of these tapes, and then nothing. And now there's all the Epstein files, and they're nothing. And I think
the rumor has it that Trump's gonna pardon Diddy.
Okay. On that note,
this was supposed to be the FAFO bit. So it's supposed to send us away with like, yay, bad people get their comeuppance, karma.
Bad people get their comeuppance. Yes. Let's just leave it there. Bad people, karma gets them. Some of them, not enough of them, but karma gets them sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for another week. We'll be back next week, 10:30 live on LinkedIn and YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for all of your comments and interactions, and for following along and watching us live. We appreciate you very much, and we shall see you next week.
We will.